Good day, everybody. It's Max, and this is Transport Fever to the Eurozone. That's right. And on today's episode, hey, the Isles are going to get a passenger service. It's great. And we're going to tweak up the Eurozone loop. I was hoping to be able to make a little more money on them PAPBs, but that loop, of course, like I said, Transport Fever 2 just isn't the same as Transport Fever, and it hates loop tracking. So we're going to do a little bit of tweaking there so at least it makes a little more money. And then we're going to put the Isle train passenger service in, and it makes money. It will make money. And of course, that's where we'll try to wrap that one up for the day. Before we get started, of course, big thanks to recent subscribers and everybody that's watching the series. I appreciate that very much. So, the Isle gets passenger trains today. Let's get to it. Okay, people, we have a mathematical problem, and we need a solution. So we're going to try and come up with one today. Let's bring up the lines for a second. So here in the lines, now as much as I like the PAPB units, they just will not break even. They stay constantly, well, they do break even for very short periods of time and then tend to float around minus $2 million. And I am not dealing with another brick train, people. That's just the way it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap these out, and then I think we'll try to put them on to the Peninsula line and see how that works for us. Now, in this case, the reason is that unlike the circular line of the Eurozone, this line down here would be a point-to-point line, which I think in Transport Fever 2, again, Transport Fever 1, you could do a lot more flexibility with things. And I find in Transport Fever 2, it's just, I don't know, they made it a little too restrictive. You should, which makes it a little unrealistic, but we're going to work with what we got here, people. So, what are we going to do? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to fix this line up. So we're going to bring this up here. We're going to manage these vehicles, and we're going to select all these and sell them. Because, no sense us losing money. That's bad. Boom, there we go. Before I go playing with that, I just want to have a look at something here. Yeah, there's a lot of gears over here, like 342 gears. I really should be upgrading them trains. So we'll have a look at that maybe here in a little bit, that's for sure. So now what am I going to put on here instead? Well, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the price of that train per unit. All right, so let's say we were going to buy a train, and we had put on there, let's see, let's go here. Let's say we were just going with this train, right? Say this train and 7 cars, right? So there's 1.1 million maintenance, and then for passengers, even if we were to go with these as the passenger cars, every 3 cars you're looking at another million, right? So there's 2 million, and then there's 3 million. All right, so you're looking at least 3, a little over 3.5, a little 3 million a piece. All right, so obviously that kind of maintenance we can't afford on this line. All right. Now, if we have a look at our current Zephyrs, well, okay, you could run Zephyrs at 1.2 million. We'd have to double up on them, but I think that's not a problem. But I'd like not to put Zephyrs on. We just put Zephyrs on the Italian job. So I'd like to put something else on here. So can we get something that's kind of in the ballpark price of a Zephyr at 52 people? The loading speed is what's really impressive here. We're just not going to get something of this kind of loading speed, unfortunately. But we'll see what we can do. So let's go back to Steam. And really, I guess this is going to leave me trying to go with Scotsman here. Now, the Scotsman's doing 120. Yes, if I were to go to Hiawatha, well, now you're back up to 1.9 million. We can't afford that kind of stuff. So we're going to try a Scotsman here, and I do have plans for the Isles up there. I've already been looking at some of these trains for some other things. So we're going to try some Scotsmans on this line, and as for the passenger cars, we're going to try these BC4s. They hold 20 people apiece. Their loading speed is only 2 times, which is unfortunate. But 3 cars equals 60, and that puts the total at about 1.7 million. Now that's $500,000 more than a Zephyr would cost, And yes, we're not quite getting the speed out of it, but we'll see how that goes. So we're going to try to buy this, like so. And this is what we're going to try and clone around. Now, the other thing that we're going to do is, which is a little quirky, we're going to try to fix the passenger Eurozone line. There we go. Can I have that train and can I have this? All right, so we're going to park that down here for a minute. We're going to release these trains a lot faster than we had before because we're carrying a lot less passengers, right? So our initial plan didn't work with carrying a lot of passengers in a big train. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and put a bunch of little trains out here as fast as possible, okay? Which means basically let's say every 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Sure. That's pretty intense, Max. Is that like, are you going to be okay with that? Yeah, I'm going to be all right with that. So I've done some different testing here, and basically what seems to be happening is I can get enough small trains out here, kind of like shunter trains almost. It's almost like the distance between the cities just isn't big enough, and that's understandable, right? This map at the time was probably a thing, and all the stuff, so we'll push that button there, boom, off it goes, and then we'll change the check mark over. When this map was made, of course, we weren't using. I don't believe this to be a mega map. I mean, it's a very large map, but I don't believe it's a mega map. And of course, the thing about some of these bigger, more expensive trains is the fact that you've got to be able to get enough distance with them to make a profit, which is kind of crazy. Did I do that at like 2.5 minutes? I think I did that at 2 minutes. I think I kind of got a little excited there. We'll do this. We'll do the rest of them at like 2:15 maybe, because I think I got a little excited there. You know what? We can. Yeah. So 4 minutes and 4 minutes 10 seconds. Okay. Is this the train here? Where is that train? Did he get away from me already? He did too. I'm actually going to pause him here. Let that train get ahead of me here for just a wee second. Okay, and there. All right, so we're going to stop that there. We're going to hit start on that, and now we're going to clone this. I'd like to try and keep these at 2:30s. I think 2.5 minutes should be enough space. All right, so he should now be able to scooter off, and this guy's going to come out. Now, this is going to put a lot of trains out here, right? So... Yikes. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're going to bring 35 up here as well, just so as I can keep an eye on where it is. So it's on its way to Berlin now, and we're going to manage these vehicles so I can get ready to clone this again. We're keeping an eye on 35 because, of course, he's making his way around the loop, right? So he's all the way up here now. He's going into Berlin. And what we don't want is for him to sneak right up on top of me while I'm releasing trains, right? That would be bad. That's pretty crazy. So the plan here now is for me to release trains here every 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So just about coming up here again, 13, 19, 24, and we'll hit the button there. Yeah, it's about right. That's fine. I'm going to keep releasing these trains, and then I'm going to bring you back before we do what we're going to do today's episode, which is the aisles, and see how that goes. So I'm going to keep releasing trains every 2.5 minutes. We'll let it run out a little bit. I'll bring it back. I'll show you the results. Okay, people. We'll take 1.5 million. Now, it's floating between like 1.5 million and 2,000, right? Which is okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. As long as we're making a little money with it. I never expected it to make a lot of money, only because, again, Transport Fever 2 and its logic is not good for continuous round logistics. It's a point-to-point system. So if I had made this from Lyon to Paris to Berlin and back to Paris and then Lyon, it would make more money doing that than this whole circular routine, because the way it calculates passengers is it throws the let's say Paris wants to go to Lyon. All right, well, let's throw that passenger on there, and yeah, they'll pay, but they're going to take up that seat the entire time, and it won't recalculate their amount based on the travel time there. It's going to just say, well, they owed like $16,000 because they're right next to each other, and that is kind of the big trick to running trains in this big loop configuration. Now, like I said, it makes money, not a lot of money, but I don't need it to make a lot of money. Yes, if it makes a lot of money, I'm pleasantly pleased. But in this case, I didn't expect it to do a lot, and I always had this big question mark about the brick. Of course, the stone is here, the brick is right here. In logistics terms, your shortest route would be to build right across Italy and right into the mountain, right? And by going up and around the boot, is it causing a calculation issue where it doesn't recognize water as a barrier source, right? So it says, oh, well, unless they're going to spend money to make a bridge, it's almost like they put extra logic into Transport Fever 2, but not enough logic into Transport Fever 2. They should have actually left it as the simple logic back in Transport Fever 1 to make money with, right? So they thought, well, let's put more logic in here to say, well, the quickest way to make money is from point to point, but also at the same time, it may not be viably monetarily the best route to go straight across, where you have to go all the way up and around. So it does make it kind of tricky, and that's what I always wondered about that brick route, is that, am I crippling it because it's right across from each other, where it has to go out and around? So we're seeing the effects here on a passenger line, but I am happy to see by replacing them trains. And I mean, I also did add an extra car to try and clean this mess up down here. How's that doing? It is getting down. Yeah, it's down to 289 now. These trains, these are the Hamburg trains for gears, and they are carrying a little extra gears with them. Look at that, $11 million on that one train made alone. Oh man, that's just beautiful. That's just beautiful. But see, point to point works great in TF2, but it's unfortunate that looping circles and stuff, the logic, it's almost like they put extra logic in, but not enough logic to get over that last piece. And we'll see what happens for Transport Fever 3, I guess. So what are we doing today, Max? Well, I think we're going to try and do a little bit of a roundabout up here with these guys. Holy smokes, really? That's a thing, is it? Yeah, I thought we would try. Do you think I can't pull it off? Well, I don't know. Well, it's a point-to-point system. We'll see how it goes. All right, so let's get a few bus stations in here. Bus, tram stop. Well, you got to have one here. And I don't know. You can probably get away with one down here. I don't know. They're really starting to fill out down this road, right? I got to admit, they are filling out around this road. I say we go there, and then maybe here, and then maybe one up here. All right, so we'll do that. We'll come back to him in a second. Let's come up here to Glasgow. So, train station is here. So, we have trucks driving around, do we not? Just that one truck driving through a brick. All right, so we'll go with that. It's a little bit far out here, so we'll go up here a little bit, and then maybe we'll expose something over here. Is this going to be close enough to that to make a difference? I don't know, but we'll throw a fourth one in there anyway. So now we're down here to Liverpool, Manchester. Sure. What side of the road are you guys driving on? Looks like you're driving straight across, so I'm going to try and run these counterclockwise, I think. Sure. And then something over here. You got to catch it before this tunnel. All right. And then right after the tunnel, you try to catch the last one. Sure. We'll try and catch it there. That works for me. And then we can get rid of Mr. Bread there. London, of course. Let's see. Let's run this one on the inside because there are a lot of trucks driving around on the outside. I say we go for one there, and maybe one down here, and then maybe one up here. Is that going to be close enough? I don't think so. I think we go for 5 bus stops here. I think it's going to be the safer route. A little bit of traffic coming in here. Is that a problem? Are we having a problem with lights? Let's have a look at that for a second. No, we are not, but it is a problem. So let's maybe study this for 30 seconds and see if I can't see a resolution to it. Oh, this was my first resolution to the resolution. Right. And you're like, what? So yeah, there's a lot of traffic trying to leave London and go up here towards Liverpool and Dublin. And it was causing a severe amount of traffic here at this intersection here. So what I had done was I had put in a bypass lane to try and divert some of that traffic into here. But I see that is now also causing a problem. Maybe I try to divert it into here. That's actually not a bad idea. Do you want to try that out? Sure, I'll try anything once. Okay, cool. So we're going to take this road out. We're going to take that road out. What we're going to do is we're going to take this road, and we're actually going to make this a highway road. Like, you know, nothing cheap for these guys. We're highway roading this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. We are going to lose a house or two here, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we get a lucky get away with it. We'll even make it a little modernized. Yeah, we'll even make it like that's too ugly. We'll go back to that. Sure, and we'll hit that. We'll do this. Now this means the traffic coming into town will actually end up in this road over here. And then have to drive its way out of that little mess. So we'll see how that works. Sure. No. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, that's it. Nice. So now that's actually going to plop it into the center of town. That could be risky, considering one of these roads is total trash. And you know, but we'll see what happens. I mean, this is a little bit of an experiment. Everything's a little bit of an experiment, you know. So if these guys want, if these guys want to go now, they gotta come in and out this way now. There's, you know, and that should make the inner streets busier and take some of the traffic off the outer street, which is a little bit evil of me, but oh well, it's so bad. The trucks can get by. That's all that matters to me. See, he just drove right by. Look at this guy. Yeah, stay out of that track. Yeah, that's it. Stay to the right, guys. Yeah, these guys are going to have to mess around in here forever. But you guys can get around just fine. That's all that matters to me. All right, so now we've tried that. Let's make some lines, shall we? New line. And it's really stuck on this blue stuff. Light blue, anyway. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is that going to work for us? I think so. Sure, he says. And that's going to be LOND. No, it's not. Not that. LOND. Bus. And this one's going clockwise, so that's fine. We'll move up there. We'll throw a few buses on that right now. Sure we will. Oh, we're in autosave mode. I'm like, why can't I click anywhere? I don't need... No, thanks. Can I make some buses? Oh, that's bread. You're not making squat there, dude. Really? Is the truck station all the way out here? All right. Or not? Yes. Can I buy some buses? Sure. That's cargo. I ain't going to do squat for you, dude. So we got 5 stations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll chance it at that. So this is going to be London. London bus clockwise. There we go. This one up here, Liverpool. It doesn't even have a truck stop. So we're going to have to get it one and put it somewhere. somewhere's decent. Anyway, we'll put it there. Sure. How many? Oh, you got to make the line first, dude. You bet. So go there. This has a blue line already, so let's give this something like a green. Sure, we'll go 1 and then 2. Okay, you did figure that out. 3 and then 4. Sure, that works for me. And then this is going to be LIV bus. And this one's going counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. So that's going to be done there, and yeah, so that's going to be the tools line there and the live tools truck line there. All right, so that's good. We got the right initials going on. Do that, do this, and we're going to buy. We'll buy 4 buses. See how that goes. Maybe 5. Maybe you should go because it's a fairly big. We'll go 4 for now. It's fine. There we go. And they're off. All right. Glasgow is next. It does have a truck stop. Yes, it does, because I bought the one truck from it for there. And so we'll put in a line. So red is here. We can go with the light blue, I guess, on this one. Sure. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. That is so wrong. Okay, let's see if we can't fix that. I've obviously put that on the wrong side of the road. We'll take you out, mister, and we will put you in. Okay, let's see if you fix yourself up a little bit. Sorta. This is terrible. It's, well, I mean, you know, it's fine. We will put a waypoint in there. That's going to fix him up. I'm sure we'll put a waypoint there. Okay, so after 1, we will add a station to that. And after 3, we will put a waypoint to that. Looks good. I like it. So this will be GLAS. I don't know what I don't know what I have for the other one. So we'll do bus. This is going to be ACW. Do I have? Oh, I just did GLA. All right. Well, you know what? I'll put an S on this one as well, just to kind of match it up. There we go. And again, I am only running one truck here, forcing it to give this guy brick. He is being very fussy about it, though. I mean, he keeps trying to give this guy all the brick, and he's not getting very successful at it. Too bad. Which is too bad, so sad. So you're gonna have to put that brick out here, buddy. It is what it is. All right, so we're gonna give him. I'm gonna give him only three buses. I'm not feeling it for any more than that. GLAS bus. There we go. And one more to go. This will be Dublin, and then one train line to hit. You bet. All right, so Dublin, 4 stops. Truck line is here. How about you put in the stations first? New line. You want to use that green, do you? It's pretty bright. I'll say that. Sure. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Did I put these all on the wrong side of the road? Oh, yeah, you've totally messed this up, dude. Yeah. Try again. A little more feeling. So that's on the right. That's on the right. That's on the right. Let's try this. So we're going to go 1, 2. What the? 3. Okay. And 4. Okay, did it get it right this time? Okay, it did. That's good. And we're going to change that to be the dub bus. The dub bus. Yeah, that's it right there. And it's going clockwise. So, okay, XW. Wow. Are we just inventing letters today? Sure we are. Okay, let's throw a few buses on that. And because of this extra loop that it's going to do for the scenery tour, people, let's get the nice shoreline stuff. You know, we're going to need a few extra. I think we're going to need 4 buses for that. So, you know, there we go. This is going to be the dub bus. I think that's great. Okay, let's do a train line. All right. New line. And you want to use that green, do you? Okay, I'll try it. We'll see what happens. So we're going to go here, and we're going to come down to this signal there. Okay, looks good so far. And then we're going to stop here for a quick pit stop. Swing on down here. Make a quick stop there. Swing down here to London. Like that. And now it comes across and makes a quick stop in Paris. And then makes its final stop down here in Lyon. And that should come to there. Now we will make a quick turnaround here and start making our way back now. So that will stop in Paris. And I will say I am very tempted to not include that stop. You know what? I am going to remove that stop because I don't want to. I actually want people taking the Euro line because we're already suffering running that one really close. So we'll do it this way instead. So if they want to get back home, you know, they're going to have to just do what they got to do. So there's 10. And then this will be 11. And then, of course, Dublin would be the start again. This is going to be the passenger, PASS. The Isles, ISLES. TR. There we go. The Isles train. So, let's see if we can get something on here to make some money. Which, of course, is always part of the challenge, people. It's always part of the challenge. All right, so now we need to get a station on here. And we'll, this poor house, I feel really bad for it. I do, really, because that was a really big house, and they're big taxpayers. So, you know, I'm not too happy with that. Okay, let's slap that on there, and let's see what we're going to put on this. Now, obviously, I just put Scotsman on the Eurozone line, so we can't really do that again. But we're going to have a look here. Where is it? I thought about putting A35s on here. Now, they are only 100 kilometers an hour. So, how badly is that going to hurt me, right? 80, 70, 90... 115 is that Russian, but it's kind of not appropriate for this line. So the 442 Atlantic, of course, the A3. So I guess we're back to the A35. I say we go with that. All right, so we'll buy one of the. We buy that. Yep, add that. Now, passenger wagons. What are you going to throw on there? Well, again, the BC4s actually work really good here, but so do these agroprofs. Which is going to look a little goofy, I will say, with their red tops. These will also work. They only hold 17, but, you know, may not be so bad. So we could try, like 3 of those. You know, see how that goes. I mean, we could even try 4 if we wanted. I mean, this is kind of an experiment. So we'll buy one of those, and we'll throw that on here. And this is going to be the passenger Isles train. All right, so how many trains do you want on here? 1, 2, 3. I say 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, say 4 or 5. So we'll let this one go out. We're going to bring up the island manager here. Of course, we got all the things, right? So we're going to bring that up. And we'll bring up the vehicle manager as well. And I know this isn't a very pretty view to have in. But we're going to let this guy run off. It took him a minute to get out of that station. So that's kind of sad. So I'd like to let this guy at least get, you know... I don't know. I'd like to say... I don't know. 3.5 minutes, between 3.5 and 4 minutes out. I'd like to see him get to Liverpool. I don't know where that's going to be in time frame scale, but I think Liverpool's actually a good spot before sending another one out. So if somewhere's around this time gets close to Liverpool, like between 3.5 and 4 minutes, I might actually just go with that. This is a 20-minute line as it is, right? So we'll definitely want to, pick up the pace on that. He has still not picked anybody up. I'm a little worried about that, but we'll see. So let's say he's working his way through the tunnel now. Yeah, so we're gonna go with the 4-minute mark. As close to 4 minutes. I'd say 3, and boop, right about there. I think that's good. We'll run these at 4 minutes and see how they pan out from there. All right. Hopefully, I'll bring you back shortly. One more time. This should be scaled up pretty good. We'll run with it and see how it turns out. And hopefully, hey, people are getting on the train now. They're starting to realize, hey, you know what? We can go on the train. You do that. So with that, I'll bring you back shortly. We'll see how the line turns out. Now look at that, people. Even a nice little island train line can even make it like $1.5 million, and it continues to grow. So as it's getting a few more passengers around, we're seeing some decent numbers, and we like decent numbers. So it's floating between like 500,000 and 2 million, and that's fine. I am perfectly fine with a couple $1 million from this passenger line, just running back and forth. It's all happy, So let's take this one for a small drive here. Where is this one? Oh, this one's up in Glasgow. So this is actually good. This is a good one to take, as we just left Glasgow. We'll be going through a tunnel here, and then this is boring for a few seconds. But we'll be coming into Liverpool and Manchester here, and then, of course, by London, via Paris, and the whole 9 yards. So that's what we're going to be seeing coming up here shortly. This is actually a nice little time to have a look at this one. At least we get to enjoy a little bit of another type of train line before ending the session. Now, what do I have coming up on the next one? Well, really, the next one is going to be the final passenger line. No, we have 2 passenger lines left, my bad. We have the Riga line, which, of course, will hook up Riga, Gdansk, and all the way up to Copenhagen. And then, of course, we have the Peninsula line. So, of course, that will handle Portugal and Spain and the Bordeaux down there in France. So I guess it's going to be one of them 2 lines for the next one, and maybe we can get both done. And if that's the case, then we'll have an episode after that, some sort of follow-up where we get to ride some of the trains around like this. We get to see all the crazy lines that we've made and make sure everything's kind of just humdinging along like it's supposed to. And hopefully we got everything right. Because that's a thing, people. That's a thing. Everything going right is important. Because we don't like it when things go wrong. Oops, my bad. I'm trying to move the camera around here as we are now leaving London to now head to the main continent. As there goes the other train there. I believe we got 5 or 6 of these on this line, and so this actually works out. This actually works out pretty well. It looks pretty good for for the whole tour, people. It's a beautiful day for a drive out here on the rail. The cities have really grown up now, haven't they? I mean, they just look so big. And that is really what we want to do as part of the final episode. Is we want to review some of the some of the cities, how they've grown up, where their population is, and all that stuff. We'll have a look at all them statistics as we go through here. I don't know. Ever since I went to the dentist, I'm having a problem with my lower lip, and that's not good. That's not good, people. Okay, I'm Max. This, of course, has been Transfer Fever 2, the Eurozone. And, of course, this is a big drop-off here in Paris. And, of course, we got a lot of trains dropping off people and hopefully making me money. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's right, people. hopefully I got Paris's buses working okay, because I'm pretty sure they're going to need some of them. So, yeah, with that, this is actually going to now take us all the way to Lyon, which, of course, is the main terminus hub on this side of the continent. And, yes, look at that. You get to see big freight trains rolling through. That's awesome. I mean, this actually is a really good line to watch a lot of traffic, I got to admit. So, with that, that's what we're going to be doing on the next one. And, yeah, I'll wait for us to get into Lyon. We'll end the episode there. Big thanks to recent subscribers and all those who subscribe or even just watching the series. I appreciate that very much, as we are now coming on in here into Lyon, which kind of got to be a semi-de facto train station for all places, and not a whole lot of people going north from here. I'm a little surprised about that, but I guess it is what it is. Especially since this is the only train that takes people to Paris directly, unlike the other train. Of course, this one brings people from Paris to Lyon. So that's kind of one of them really different things. All right, people, I guess that's about it for this one. We will see you all on the next one. Take care.